Namaste. In another episode of Naama Geetha, where we are enjoying the bliss of Sri Krishna's different names as it appears in Srimad Bhagavad Gita. This episode, we are going to look at the 11th chapter. We are continuing with the 11th chapter, 31st sloka, where the divine name Devavara is used. Arjuna addresses Sri Krishna as Devavara. The sloka on the 11th chapter, 31st sloka goes like this.
आख्याहि मे को भवानुग्ररूपो नमोऽस्तु ते देववर प्रसीद विज्ञातुमिच्छामि भवन्तमाद्यं न हि प्रजानामि तव प्रवृत्तिम्. In this sloka, Arjuna is actually, we know that he's been blessed with the Vishwarupa Darshana. 11th chapter is really about Vishwarupa Darshana. He's completely immersed in Sri Krishna because he has seen him in that form, that unimaginable form, a form that no one can get it so easily. So he is going through multiple emotions. Now, when Arjuna and Krishna have grown together, right? They are cousins. And Arjuna has seen Krishna almost day in and day out. And they are friends, they have been together in everything. But in the 11th chapter, when the same Sri Krishna shows up as this Vishwarupa form, instead of being more excited, more happy, Arjuna is actually trembling. There are phases we saw in earlier episodes where Arjuna requests Sri Krishna to come back in his usual form with 4 hands. So there are times that this has happened, and even now, Arjuna is in the emotion of using Devavara is very important because we have seen Arjuna addressing Sri Krishna with the term Deva earlier. Deva, Devesha, Deva, the Deva, all that we have seen, we have enjoyed this anubhavas over there. But here, when Arjuna addresses Sri Krishna as Devavara, it is more of fear because first and foremost he is saying at the form where it is more ferocious and not very benevolent. That's the first difference in this Vishwarupa form, where he sees Krishna and in terms of showing his Agni Jwala. We saw that Pralayagni that we referred in the last episode. Krishna is actually demonstrating Pralayagni, where he is seeing every Bhishma Pitamaha, Dronacharya, everybody is being engulfed in the flames, right, and going inside Krishna's mouth in a form that is very terrible to even fathom. And Arjuna is going through that right now. And here comes a very important time when he says Devavara. What is Vara? Sreshta. Sreshta among everybody. Here because he uses Devavara, Sreshta among all Devas that we can think of. So that is how he is addressing Sri Krishna and immediately says, who are you? In the sloka, if you read perfectly, after Devavara, he says, who are you, Krishna? Now, isn't that an oxymoron or a contradiction directly? Because one, Arjuna has grown with Krishna, he knows Krishna very well. And here, he requests Krishna for Vishwarupa form, he is seeing Krishna in Vishwarupa form and immediately says, you are Devavara, you are Deva, Sreshta of everybody, and then asks, who are you? That is more important, is not look at the contradiction, but look at the emotion or the state of mind of Arjuna at this state, because he has seen in the 10th chapter, he says, Sakala Aishwarya is you, Sri Krishna, you are everything, you are the benevolence. And now he is saying, who are you, after saying Devavara means, between the 10th chapter and the 11th chapter, the transformation, the important difference is the Vishwarupa, but more importantly, the ferocious form. He says, hey Krishna, when I worshipped you. When I treated you as a friend, you treated me as a friend. When I requested you to drive chariot, you readily accepted to ride my chariot. When I asked for your advice, you readily gave me advice. And now, when I ask you for Vishwarupa, you even blessed because like a mother's love, you immediately granted me the divine vision to see yourself. When all these things you did so benevolently, why are you showing such a ferocious form? Who are you, Krishna? That is how he is asking. Because you've been benevolent right through, you've been so friendly right through, you put up with all my nonsense all along when I was asking very silly questions, everything you showed benevolence. But suddenly you are showing such a form, and he's even, if we can relate to a lot of things, Bhagavan Sriman Narayana takes many incarnations. He took the incarnation of Kurma. Just to save the Indras and other Devas, he had to take a form of a Kurma, a tortoise, and took the entire weight of Meru Madar and then churns the ocean. He does this again with benevolence. He is not showing ferocious things in that. In the Varaha Avatara, he goes deep into the ocean, brings back Mother Earth, and then protects her, again showing benevolence. There is no ferocious looking or anything that we see. So Arjuna is able to think all these things and say he's always been benevolent. Why is he suddenly so ferocious? So that is what he is bewildered, and again asks, hey Devavara, hey Sreshta of Devas, who are you? For this question, Bhagavad Sri Ramanujacharya has given an amazing explanation, saying that Krishna is actually doing a lot of things by demonstrating or by behaving in a way that everybody else will follow. Sreshta, as we say, Devavara, we say is a Sreshta, leader amongst everybody. That means if there is a leader, everybody has to follow. So here Sri Krishna, Ramanuja says, Krishna is actually implying to Arjuna, says, hey Arjuna, killing Drona or Dronacharya or Bhishma Pitama, Duryodhana is a child's play for me. I can do it in a sankalpa. I don't need you for all these things. But why? And that is what I'm showing you by these ferocious things. That I can gulp everybody in no time. I can engulf them with my Pralayagni in no time. But why do I need you? Why do I spend so much time advising you? Is because you have a duty to perform. You are my tool. You are a tool in my hands where I want the Shastra to be established through many of you, many people like you, and you perform your duty, leave everything to me. Because everybody follows the leader. Today Arjuna is a leader among the warriors. If in the Kurukshetra battle, if Arjuna with all these questions and refuses to fight, and Bhagavan Sri Krishna uses his sankalpa to finish the war, what will the later warriors will do? They will become slack and say, Arjuna himself didn't do his duty, Krishna was there, he was taking care of everything, why should I do my duty? So there will become, Arjuna will become an example for people not to do their duty. But what exactly Krishna wants to imply is Karmanya Vadikara, you have to do your duty. That is why he is explaining so much to Arjuna. As a king, as a Kshatriya warrior in the battlefield, your duty is to fight the war and protect your people and protect your kingdom, do your duty. And that is what Bhagavad Sri Ramanuja explains, that Sri Krishna, by showing him the engulfing form of the Pralayagni and all that, he says, I can do anything in just like this. But I want you to do because you are Nimitta Matram Bhava. He is explaining again to Arjuna that you are my tool. As that we understand from this, the biggest learning for all of us as these Bhaktas of Sri Krishna and the followers of Srimad Bhagavad Gita is, we need to perform each and everyone's duty at all times with full faith in Sri Krishna, because he is Devavara. So let us pray to Sri Krishna as Devavara and be blessed. Namaste.
Madhava Achyuta Krishna Hare Rishikesha Kesava Govinda Vasudeva Bhagavan Janardana